Good Monday morning, everybody. It's Danny Shea, back from my Palm Springs trip, the land of Bentleys. There were so many Bentleys there. Yikes. Yikes. Mountains were beautiful, snow on the mountains, wildflowers are starting to come out. It's gorgeous. 3 Lamborghinis. I think they were having a race or something. And so here I am back at home trying this new camera system with, it's my phone that I'm using. So we will see how well I can work this. It seems like it's working okay, but it's the uploading and all that stuff. Anyway, let's get into, I want to do a couple things. Read just on Us for the Week, the collective. Then I want to look at the Forgotten Ones, and that is the devastation that's going down in Mississippi, Georgia. Tornadoes hitting, really impacting the poorest part of our nation. And then I want to look at California in the Pajaro, I think I'm saying that right, region, there where there was huge devastating floods, and these migratory farm workers are being displaced. And many of them are undocumented, so they can't get federal assistance. So it's up to us to help them out, because I don't think anybody else is. So add that to the long list of prayers going out. And if you can, if you're able, go on to the charity websites and find a good charity that you may feel good about donating to. All right, let's pull. I'm using my Los Garibo deck. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the collective. What do we need to focus on for the week ahead? What do we need to know to focus on for the week ahead? I got an image of Trump down in Waco. Wacko. Let me get that out of my head. What do we need to focus on? What do we need to focus on in the weekend? This community of light workers, what do we need to focus on? All right. So what do we need to focus on? Can you see that? Is that good? The Judgment card. Let me see if I can pull this down. That'd be kind of fun. Let me see if I can do that easily. Bear with me. Thank you for hanging with me. So let's see if we can make this kind of work. So we got the Judgment card. Is this because I was thinking of Wacko, or the Wacko? Is that what we're going to see? Some kind of judgment, some kind of justice coming down the pike? I get the 3 of Wands, which is not so much a movement card, a planning. It's watching ships come in and out. It's it's more of a, and in this deck I see that, you know, there's passion. It's just going up in smoke. And then we're looking at review of our finances. So we may get hit with another financial thing. So when I look at all this together, to me, this card feels like we're not the ones that should be judging anything. So let that go. Let that go to somebody else, some other entity, the God Force, Source. We need to start planning on what is really lighting our passions, not just what's going up in smoke. And there is a lot of review going on with what we have let die on the vine. So it goes back to the center card, ignite your passion, light it up. That's the message that I'm getting with these three cards. For the week, staying in a higher vibrational flow. Now, because I mentioned Wacko, it also feels like we are in a turning point for things to start coming down the pike. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a little unsettling, that's an understatement. It's going to be a little unsatisfying, I'm getting. Did we put so much on the outcome of what we think we should be seeing and what is actually going to present itself? Let's just take a look. Let's take a look. And then I have a list of things I want to get through. So, kick this over so you're not looking at my closets. I really got to do some there. Okay. Is that better? I think it's better. Okay, what is going on with... I just find it so humorous that these Republican that are in Congress that are wanting to investigate Alvin Bragg. Let the man do his job. I mean, it's like they're trying to flip it both ways. I'm like, really? You represent us in this crazy thoughts? I mean, what do you want to see happen? No investigations, nobody looking into if you did something wrong, against the law, that you should be held accountable? No, only the Democrats. We just want to hold them accountable. No Republicans. All right, so, God, hair. My hair's falling out. Okay. So, before I go any further, even though I'm in 9 minutes, be careful of the people in the chat who are bots. And so we had one that came up that I caught that was talking about, I just booked with this guy. I put my money in with this financial manager and he made me so much money. Now, I don't tolerate that on my channel. So if you are trying to promote a cause, promote a service, promote anything, really. I'll just leave it pretty much a blanket statement. I don't condone that on my channel. So if you want to promote something, come talk to me and then I will talk about it. But if it's just in a chat, no. I mean, I don't, no, anything. Could be another reader. My competition. Erg. Don't promote my competition. Leave that to me. Okay. Okay. What are we looking at? Alvin Bragg. They're meeting today. Ooh, they're meeting today. Something gonna happen? I'm feeling it's just a one card pull. Is something gonna happen? Oh. Knave of Swords. So this feels like something young, something new is going to happen with the swords, with the legal thing. Let's just pull 3 more. Talk to me more about this Knave of Swords. What's going to happen? Because then that's just the beginning. So the grand jury, they're just going to indict him. That's the recommend indicting him. That's just the start. That's just the very beginning of it. And I hope that the judge puts a muzzle on Trump. See what he did in Waco with the, well, I'm sure you didn't. I tried to watch it. I couldn't. With the Pledge of Allegiance, and he put his hand over his heart, and it was this January 6th choir. I'm like, how disrespectful. Yet people are going, yay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Knave of Swords. Talk to me more about this Knave of Swords. Talk to me more about this Knave of Swords. Alvin Bragg this week. Huh. Lovely. Okay. You gotta love this card. Sitting there, not moving, still thinking, what do we do? Well, we can burn it up. We can light it up. Yeah, but I don't know. What wand should we pick? I don't know. And he goes, well, we have a choice. Let's move forward. Knave of Wand. So, pick a card. Pick a wand. Okay, we're picking the Knave, which is we're starting out on this one track. Because there are so many investigations against him. Pick one. It's not just 3, but maybe it will come down to 3. So they're going to pick one, Stormy Daniels, and Justice. And again with the baby, because this is young, this is new, we're just starting out. So I think we are going to hear some beginning rumbles. The indictment, yes. The perp walk. So we've been getting a lot of people commenting on the perp walk and how it's going to be. And somebody said, which I just love this idea, is that, ooh, hello, little Hummer, is that he is going to be woken up from Mar-a-Lago, yank him off his gold toilet, which that's disturbing just even thinking about, and in the middle of the night, stick him in a helicopter, fly him to New York, drop him down in the middle of the night. Nobody sees it. Nobody watches it. Nothing. All his talking points go away. He can't go, look at me, wah, wah. I think that'd be kind of fun. And I know there's some people that go, no, I want to see him in handcuffs and we're going to party. Let's just party anyway. Do you need handcuffs to party? Just saying. They may help, but you don't need handcuffs to have a good party. All right, let's get my list out because I'm going down the tubes here. All right. Climate. Whew. I get chills just even saying it. So, do what you can to be prepared. Have a bug out bag, and you could even have just a big cooler that you're not using and fill it full of, first thing, think about pets. Fill it full of foods that will last a long time, water, a filter, because water is going to be nasty. If the water treatment plant's gone, it's going to be nasty. It's already nasty. Did you see about the forever chemicals? I have to look into that to see if those forever chemicals, those PSF something, whatever. It's in all the non-stick pans. I think it's in like toaster ovens, so that you got to be careful if you have birds and you're going to cook toast, it could kill a bird because of the fumes. Microwave popcorn, plastic bags, inside bag linings, fast food containers. I'm like, oh my God. Is there any hope for us? No wonder Trump is so crazy. He eats all that crap with PSFT stuff. Anyway. Does a filter clean that up? I need to look at that, and I will try to get back to you on that. Carbon filters and water filters. So it's important to have some kind of filter to clean your water when things go south. And there's a lot of good things on Amazon. I have a lot for when I go camping. Disinfectants and filters and things like that. So anyway, just be as prepared as you can. Tom T. Moore on his website has a lot of things that you could do to prepare for your to-go bag. Red Cross, another great website to what to build, what kind of kits to build. Me, I know that when we're in the dark, it's great to have a radio. And if you have cable and stuff, you may not get it TV. So one of those little TV antennas works great when everything goes out. All right, let's take a look at climate. I'm just going to look, because we got people watching from all over the world, so I'm going to just do a world thing. And let's just ask, does everybody, what do we need to know about having your safety kit ready to go? I'm going to do 3 cards. One for people who have their safety kit, one for people who are going to do it tomorrow, which means it doesn't happen. Safety kit. Hands are freezing. Safety kit. Okay. Safety kit. So you have the Queen of Swords with, and she's holding, it looks like the King of Swords head. Somebody's severed head. It's like harsh truth is going to come at you with climate. It's going to be tough. We have the Knave of Swords, this young energy. We are going to be starting over with very little. I mean, this knave doesn't even have any clothes, right? Just a cape. Starting over with very little. But because we have a bug out box, it's okay. It's better, let me put it that way. I mean, because we still have this severed head guy, right? That could be your home. That could be a lot of things. Starting over, and it's community coming together in community and sharing. How willing will we be to share our bug out box with somebody who didn't really prepare? I don't know. But either way, the community does come together. So, and it's going to be okay. So let's look at people who don't have it, or who think they have it. That's probably me. Who think they have it. You know, first aid kit, water. A lot of times I let my water container, I don't replace it. So it's old, nasty, stinky water that from like 3 months ago. You need to replace your bug out water every now and again. And rotate your food. So, people who are slackers. Ooh, harsh word. Slackers in a storm. Not prepared. Oh. Okay. Slackers not prepared. Yay, look. We're celebrating. We're good. We're cool. No worries. Yay. Government will save us. Yay. Looks like flooding. Moving on to calmer waters. So, doesn't look like it's going to be that bad, but you're going to be relying on the government. That's bad, relying on the government. Because the government can't get to you. This Four of Wands, too, can also be a false celebration, a false sense of security, that the government is going to save us and take us to calmer waters. The government's not going to be there right away. I just think that I would rather, who would you rather rely on? Community or an old white man in a beard? Just saying. So it doesn't look like there's any like huge devastation, except for the people that it impacts. Then it is huge. And those people aren't watching me because they don't have internet right now. Okay. Let's look at Forever Chemicals. I need to use my galactic deck on that, because we're not going to get a handle on it. Am I just recording this or am I live streaming this? Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Live stream Forever Chemicals. Forever Chemicals. I want to do a world news with Andrea coming up because the VP is in Africa, and I read an article about, you know, what she's doing over there, what Russia's doing over there, how the disruption of fertilizer is causing some issues over there. And I'm like, that's the forever chemical. Fertilizer, that's one of them. So how do we get a handle on these forever chemicals when they are so ingrained in our society? Remember the movie The Graduate? I got one word for you. Plastics. Plastics. So, that wasn't that long ago. And for you car aficionados, name the car. Come on now. Begins with an A. Okay. What's it all about? Alpha. Okay, sorry. Forever Chemicals, Forever Chemicals, Forever Chemicals. Galactic Heritage deck. Probably need some help with this. How do we, as a society, get rid of these? That flipped over, so I have to think about that a little bit. How do we get rid of these? How do we change from what we think we need so that we can save the planet? We think we need non-stick pans. God forbid our eggs would stick. What do we need to think about? Okay. Very interesting. I should look at these cards. And again, so my Galactic Heritage cards, they have a great app. That's the name of it. $10. And you can dig into the colors, and you can dig into what Lyras mean, what Pleiades mean. I got 3 Lyran cards and 1 Pleiades card. 3 yellow cards. So there, it feels like there is an awareness coming with the yellow, with something shining the light on it. The first card that flew out was Natural Humility. Natural Humility. And it's in the future. And it's natural humility. And when I say that, when I'm trying to figure out what that means with this, it's okay if we're not perfect in this path that we're on. It's okay if our food sticks to the fry pan. We don't need to create something out of a chemical that is going to somehow make our 1950s lifestyle easier. it's okay to hang out in nature and I don't know, I just keep thinking having stuck eggs. 3 cards that are below this are the Lyran again, and this is protectiveness. And so this Lyran energy, oh, I can pause this. Cool, I will. I'm going to pause this and get a little bit of the Lyran energy to you at the end of this. So it feels like this, we need to protect our natural resources. Devotion to service. We need to be devoted to the natural remedies, and we need to have a pioneering spirit, which created these forever chemicals, but it was in the wrong vein. It was not going with natural humility. It was going with unnatural ease of life. Well, sometimes we have to work through things to appreciate them. And I think that that is what this Lyran energy is saying. Hang on, I'm going to dig a little more into this. Okay, here we go. The Lyran, the early beginnings of the Lyran civilization were filled with excitement about exploring the universe. They expanded their colonies rapidly, and the civilization grew quickly. They were the first forefathers of the human heritage. Okay, that is what this pioneering spirit is all about. But when we're talking about forever chemicals, we're talking about the protectiveness of, it feels like the making of money. Let's create something so that we can make money. They thought that they were doing something good. They thought that it was more of a devotion of service, but really it was all about money. How do we make this so that we can sell more of that? But no, it's really going to help humanity. It's going to help the, people cooking and moms so so that they can get their kids off to school without burning their foods. But we were off on the wrong track. So it takes us back to this pioneering spirit where we let go of ego and have natural humility, where everything is balanced and everything is interconnected. So once we start thinking about how interconnected everything is and how these forever chemicals are now interconnected with everything that is, we need to be devoted to creating a harmonious world, and that's going to take a pioneering spirit. So, didn't really give us an answer, except we need to change our thinking. It's got to be a oneness. Whenever we're creating projects, it needs to be not just thinking of the end result of profit and money, but it needs to be, let's look at it in totality. What are we doing? What are we creating? What are we destroying in making this project? And as I was shuffling and saying that, this card flew out, Seeds of Polarity, which is just what I was talking about. Look at both sides. Look at both sides now. All right, let's move on. I want to look at teachers. I want to look at teachers. What is going on? What do we need to know about moving forward with educating our young? Certainly Florida seems like it's going backwards. Some other states as well. There's a huge teacher strike down in LA. It's the second largest teacher union. And it seems like there's a lot of union busting going on. There was a law that was being passed, I think it was bipartisan, that if a company shut down a store like Starbucks or somebody, and you had 100 stores, that you would have to relocate them within 25 miles. And I thought about it, and I went, that's going to be really difficult to enforce. But the message I got with that was that if Starbucks unionizes a store, then they're going to shut down that store and keep the non-union store open. I don't know if I have that exactly right, but I know that the non-union corporations, they don't want unions. So let's just take a look at unions. I've been in a few. I was in the Iron Workers Union. Me. Little me. In an iron foundry. No wonder I have tinnitus. Anyway. Unions. What's the 411 on the near future of unions? Do they help? Do they hurt? Are they in trouble? Are they strong? What's the 411? Slow moving. Being challenged by the Knave of Wands. The base is the Star of Hope. In the past is the Magician. At the top is the Ten of Swords. Yeah. I think people may have a bad feeling about them, and the potential near future is temperance, balance. Clearly, I think that. Where is Jimmy Hoffa buried? Okay. It's interesting, the 411 on unions. I'm going to try to drop this down, see if you can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Spread this out just a little bit. Okay. My world peace marble. So we have this slow-moving knight, but it does get things done. And it's being challenged, crossed by the Knave of Wands, somebody that's looking towards the future, towards something better. At the base of the reading is the Star of Hope. We have the Magician and the Ten of Swords. This is walking in this deck. He's not stabbed in the back, but he's walking away from this pain, this restriction. And then we have, in the potential near future, temperance, a balancing of things. So it feels like in the past, as it relates, in the past, as as the unions were like this magic savior for the workers to bring balance and temperance to this daily grind of work. And it would be challenged with new ideas, new way to do work. And maybe that's, it's not really being stabbed in the back, but it's being challenged so much, the way that work is being done. We do have the Star of Hope at the base that everything is marinating in. Internal influences are the Moon card. There's a lot of shenanigans going on, a lot of them. But we do have new emotional starts coming. And the hopes and fears is that the Queen of Wands is the hopes and fears. That they're not going to come up with, that maybe the Jeff Bezos of the world are going to come up with something that is not going to be forward looking, or their hope is that the Queen of Wands energy is going to bring hope and a better future with unions. And the final outcome is the Knave of Pentacles. Starting new. And again, she's holding yin and yang balance. There is going to be some illumination coming to the workers. And there's going to be a new start. Coming with listening to something from unexpected sources. And it's going to be really calming. It's going to be good. So the troubles that the unions had in the past, they're kind of walking away from those, I feel. And they're coming into a new age. They're going to hear things. And coming into a new age of balance. So I see the unions being a little resurrected here. Whereas before, in the past, it was, we didn't hear much about them. And maybe it was because I wasn't in an industry where we needed unions, although we probably could have used them. Let's look at teachers, and then we are going to say bye-bye. Okay, let me kick this up. Okay, one thing I like about this camera setup, I have a pause, which is great, because then I can switch decks without like fumbling around and having huge silences. So that's kind of cool. Looking at the teachers. So when I was driving through LA, there's a radio station that, talk radio, and oh, man, talk radio, yuck. And they, the two talk guys hated the teachers union. Just thought it was all about they're greedy, they don't know how to deal with things, they mismanage their money, they're corrupt. And when I was listening to them, when I was living down there, I thought they made a lot of sense. Now they're just, it feels like everybody just is off into their own extreme viewpoints. And so these guys went way extreme to the right. And I'm going, but did they get too big for their britches? I don't know. It's teachers. And then you would hear the teachers saying, we have to use our own money to pay for school supplies. And talk radio would say, well, that's the teachers union wasting money. So I don't know what to believe. So I'm going to ask, what is the state? I'm just going to ask the state of teachers. And I'm using Andrea's cards. And I'm going to clarify it with the light seers. What? 411 on teachers. What's going on with teachers today? I just heard it's like healthcare. They're going away. They're going, it's not worth it. Putting up with angry parents yelling and screaming. Teachers. 411 on teachers. And it's a little different for every area. Common 411 for teachers. Common 411 for teachers. Interesting. Time's upside down. It feels like they've been working with things that are incomplete. This clock doesn't have any hands on it, so time is kind of, I mean, how can you teach a kid how to read a clock, one, when it's upside down and it has no hands? You need to put some hands on the clock. And then we have the brown card. I think that's the brown card. Let me double check. Brown card. So this is either the S card or it's ground, it's earth, it's strong. Let's just see, because I'm not sure where this is going yet. It's going fast. Wherever it's going fast. And we're talking about the present. Fast in the present. Okay, still not sure what we're getting. We're getting an indecision, an upside down decision underneath the time card and the brown card. Chakras are way out of balance. This is probably the S card because this is the chakra card and it's out of balance. It's upside down. And then we have the grounding card, where things are sky, earth, sky, green, and dirt. It's kind of like a balance. So it's interesting. You have these two cards together. Chakras out of balance, and then we have the earth in balance. Sky, grass, ground. Future, purple. Red. I should pull all the color cards out of here. Oh, then Andrea would be all mad at me. You can't do that. Just learn them. Hang on. Okay. Well, I got these right. That is purple. That's not red. It's fuchsia. So, this imbalance balance, there's kind of a... Here, let me drop this down. You all can see what I'm looking at. So, clock with no hands, the brown card, the S card, fast, and the present. You have the upside down decision that goes with the upside down clock. Time is not working on them. And then you have the future. So it's like, now's not the time to make any kind of decisions. It's not going to work. It's just kind of, you either need to be grounded or it's just an crappy time. Things are starting to move fast today. So maybe something fast is going to happen that's going to create an S storm. The teachers, generally speaking, their chakras being upside down, but then them being grounded and the earth is right side up, they're kind of in this split decision. They're going back and forth with out of balance, balance, out of balance, balance. The future card, time decision, future, the future, they're going to need to use their intuition and their third eye. Okay, so they're going to be needing to really use their head. That's their crown chakra. This is their third eye chakra. So teachers, yeah, you better use your head. But a lot of it has to do with flipping their chakras right side up and using their intuition. Because I think this brown card is working against them. And, you know, I didn't get any kind of government card in it. It feels like they need to get their house in order for the future, because they're on two different camps, I think. But in the future, if they use their intuition, and if they use their brains, all that education that they had from the past into the present, that they'll be okay. Let's just clarify this section here. In the future, if they use their intuition and their brains and balance each other, turn these upside down cards right side up and find balance, what is the future with using intuition and their brains? What is the future? What is the future using intuition and brains? Lightning. This is the Tower. Page of Pentacles. Again, it's in this deck, it's finding your balance to create harmony within this new project. And the Sun card, illumination. So in the future, not without their Tower moment, they will find this balance that is eluding them right now. And they will have, again, it's like two lightning strikes here in this deck. And they both produce different results. One shakes them up really badly, and the other one lights them up and just goes, we did this. This is great. But they've got to find that balance. Standing on a mandala, and holding a mandala. And in that, we need to go talk to Junosphere and say, what is that all about? And she will have some words on that. All right. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, let's see. Let's see how well this uploads. 54 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of this experience that we are in. Peace and love.